Welcome back, children. This is lesson 10, subject verb agreement, video part 2. In video part 1, we had covered 4 rules of subject verb agreement. In this, we will cover the rest of the rules. Now, indefinite pronouns that end in words like buddy, one, thing, where, or pronouns that stand for one, such as either, neither, each, and none. They all use a singular verb. Now, these are the examples of indefinite pronouns like anyone, no one, anybody, nobody, everyone, everybody, someone, somebody. So here are the examples to help you understand. Someone has to be responsible. Someone will take a singular verb which is has. Every one of you. Now, of you is present here and might confuse you. But here everyone is the subject. Because everyone is here, we will take or we will use has, a singular verb with it. Everybody again has to be treated as a singular subject, will take a singular verb as is. Then neither was exempted, neither again will take a singular subject, that is was. Now let's see this example. No one is invited to their party. No one is again a singular subject. It's going to take a singular verb is. Nobody, again here also, it's an indefinite pronoun. So it will take a singular verb, that is has. Now there are indefinite pronouns which stand for more than one. So they are considered as plural, like several, few, both, many, others. Hence they will always take a plural verb. The examples for the correct usage of several, few, both, many, others with a plural verb is, they are here. Both the boys, both, right? So it stands for more than one, hence plural. Therefore, it's going to take a plural verb have. Several children. Several actually stands for more than two. So several children were, a plural verb. A few of the guests. A few means yes. It stands for some guests. So it's going to take a plural verb are. Both the criminals. Again, both is more than one. So it's going to take a plural verb. Several, again I told you, it stands for more than two. So several will take a plural verb are. Many laborers. Laborers is a plural noun. So it's going to take a plural verb, the root form of the verb, that is work. According to rule number 7, if a sentence begins with here or there, the verb has to agree with the subject which follows it. Now, if you observe, sentences which begin with here and there are immediately followed by a verb. Now, the verb is going to be singular or plural will depend on the noun that comes after it. Like in first example, vase is the noun. Vase is a plural. Vase is a plural noun, plural subject. So it will take are. We have to place are after here, which is a plural verb. Then example number 2, there is a huge gap. Gap is a singular noun. So we have to use a singular verb after there. There is a huge gap. Example number 3, there are 4 coins. Coins is a plural subject, plural noun. So it will take a plural verb are. This are is for the plural noun coins. Then last example, here is the bag. Bag is a singular noun, singular subject. So it will take a singular subject which is. So here is the bag that you want to borrow. Now whenever two singular subjects are joined by either or neither nor, they will always take a singular subject. Now here in the first example, John and Joe, they are joined by or. So according to the rule, it should be followed by a singular verb, that is. Again in the second sentence, John and Joe, are joined by either and or. So again, the rule applies here that singular verb has to be used. So either John or Joe is to blame. Then the third sentence is neither the boy nor the girl has a good report. So the boy and the girl are singular subjects. They are joined by neither and nor. So we have to use singular verb like has. The last example is either mommy or daddy is coming with me to the theater. Mommy and daddy are two singular subjects. They are joined by either and or. So the rule says we have to use a singular verb is. Now rule number 9, children, is a little different than rule number 8, though this also involves either or, neither nor. And according to this rule, if there are two subjects which are joined by either or, neither nor, and the two subjects, out of the two subjects, one is singular and one is plural, then the verb will agree with the subject that is nearer to the verb. I think you will understand it better through examples. So the first example is neither the thief nor their leader. Now leader is the subject which is closer to nor, right? And it is singular. Hence, we have to use was, which is a singular verb. So was, that is a singular verb, is decided by the singular subject leader, which is closest to nor. Second example, neither the leader nor the thieves were arrested. Now here, thieves is a plural subject which is closer to nor. And since subject is plural, the verb that will be used after it is going to be plural, which is were. The next example, not only the boy but his friends, right? So friends is a plural subject. It will take a plural verb were. Last example, neither the players nor the coach is joining. Now after nor, the subject that follows is singular, the coach. Hence, the verb also is going to be singular, which is. Last example, either her colleagues or her boss. So now, which subject is closest to or? It is her boss, which is singular. So it will be followed by a singular verb leads because it is verb plus s. This is the last rule, children, rule number 10. Indefinite pronouns like some, all, none are singular or plural according to the meaning of the sentences. That means if there are countable nouns in the sentence, we will use plural subject. If there are uncountable nouns, since uncountable nouns are treated as singular, so uncountable nouns will always be followed by a singular verb. For example, some of the workers in the factory have left after the day. Now, some is an indefinite pronoun and workers in the factory, workers is a plural subject. So it will take a plural verb, that is have. So if we use has in place of have, our sentence is going to be wrong. Then the next sentence, all of the rice was eaten with the vegetables. Now rice, since it is an uncountable noun, and as I told you, uncountable nouns are singular nouns. They are considered as singular. So it will take a singular verb, that is was. Next example, some of the girls were absent. Now girls is a plural subject, plural noun. It will take a plural verb, and that is were. Some of the ice cream is left. Ice cream is an uncountable noun which is always to be considered as singular, will take a singular subject, that is. So the reason here, this is the reason given. Workers is countable but rice is one quantity. So that is why rice will always take a singular verb and workers, which is a countable noun, will take a plural verb. That's the only difference between the two. Children, this is all about subject verb agreement. Though I would like to mention here that there are many other rules uh, of subject verb agreement that you will get to learn in the higher classes. Also, again, an advice, your last year's Mastering Grammar has subject verb agreement given in detail. So you can refer that book also, and there is no harm in learning anything extra and solve all the remaining exercises of subject verb agreement. Also, I'll be sending a reference video. Please do watch that also. Thank you.